We are going to review right now the short stack method Pilates concepts. So what are my Pilates concepts that I stack on top of the Stott and Joseph Pilates concepts or methods? Number one that I stack is exhale on exertion. So what do I mean by this? If we are in a squat, let's just come into a simple little squat. We are going to inhale on the way down and then exhale on the way up. So you're going to inhale here and then exhale on the exertion. So inhale down, exhale up. So what this does is provide support from the pelvic floor and the postural diaphragm, which is also the breathing diaphragm, to help support the spine in movement. It's not always necessary, particularly when you're doing things like plyometrics, but it is preferred and can help stave off injury for people from pounding kind of movements or even just from compression. So when we're walking around every day in our lives, we don't realize that we are carrying around quite a lot of weight on the spine. That happens because we are constantly carrying around body weight, which is being weighed down by gravity. So my personal philosophy is you are pressing up against gravity. This is the value of doing body weight or mostly body weight exercise, is that you're pressing yourself against gravity. Integrating the breath with that movement helps keep the integrity of the spine and helps use the abdominal muscles to support your body weight, to support you lifting your own body weight against gravity. So that's number one. Number one is exhale on exertion. The second one is going to be keeping the spine in neutral. So we're going to come back to that same squat. It's a very easy place to see what this means in space. So let's come back to the squat, facing towards the side. So keeping the spine in neutral, you'll notice that there's a natural little lordotic curve, a natural little kyphotic curve. As I come into this squat, I'm going to keep these curves in my spine. What will happen often, particularly in the low back, is that people will come here and start to tuck their tailbone under. This can be problematic for the low back. So you want to keep the lordotic curve throughout the range of motion of the squat. If it does become problematic for people once they get to a certain depth, they start to round the back, you'll want them to kind of stop at that depth. So, in neutral. Everything is in neutral except for active flexion abdominal exercises. So think something like a crunch would be where you actually would want the spinal curves to come out, the natural curves of the spine to come out, because you're putting the spine in flexion. Another place potentially would be something like a cobra pose or a swan pose, where you're putting the entire spine in extension. Obviously, you're going to come out of neutral for exercises like that. But for squats, for lunges, for all of our lower body work, for an overhead press, for a lateral arm raise, for all of the upper body work, for anything where you're lying supine and it is not an abdominal exercise, other than lifting the legs up, you're going to keep the spine in neutral. Keep the spine in neutral, keep the spine in neutral. So number one, exhale on exertion. Number two, keep the spine in neutral. Number three is push against gravity. So the way that I say this, the way that I cue this is you push the weight, don't let the weight push you. So even if it's just your own body weight, you are pushing that weight as opposed to letting that weight pull you down. So push against gravity, that's number three. Number four is going to be move with integrity. So Everything that we do is essentially full body work, even if we're focused on the muscle groups in the lower body. So you want to make sure that the entire body is moving as a unit with a lot of integrity. We'll look at a lot of examples of this in the training. That is concept number 4. Concept number 5, a tight body is a light body. So if I have weights in my hands and I am doing anything with my biceps, I am tight, not only through the biceps, but through the forearms, through maybe the shoulder muscles, through my abdominals, particularly as we're going into lower body work. You're doing a squat, you're doing a lunge, you're doing a step back, you're doing a curtsy lunge. A tight body is a light body. So squeeze everything towards the midline, maintain integrity, and then use your muscles. That will make your body weigh much less on the feet, and gravity doesn't push down as hard if you are actively using the muscles. So tight body is a light body. Number 6 is going to be work to fatigue. We've talked about this already. We are working to entire and complete muscle fatigue in whatever muscle group we are working on. So that is one of the Pilates concepts in this method, is you are working that muscle until it is entirely fatigued and no longer can function, essentially. It will come back very quickly, so we are kind of overloading the muscle for a very short period of time. We rebound super quickly, so the muscles are very resilient. It will cause a little bit of soreness the next day, but you'll still be able to function, so you'll still be able to walk and things like that, but you're working the muscle until it is entirely fatigued. The last 2 concepts are just me, really, in a nutshell. Keep it simple and have fun. Keep it simple. You don't need to have 1,000 things going on. You don't need to make classes overly complex. These exercises are intended to be digestible and approachable for everybody that walks into your class. Don't feel the need to get drawn into making some complex choreography that is so intense that it makes people unable to actually do the exercises. The point is to make people stronger, and the way that they get stronger is by working the muscles. So keep it simple. The movements don't have to be compound, particularly when you first start teaching, and a lot of people really love that because it allows them to get stronger quicker. There's a big trend in Pilates right now where people are doing a lot of compound movements and a lot of complex choreography. It's just not necessary. People are going to be coming to your class potentially intermittently, and you want them to leave feeling like they got a really good workout, not like they were scrambling and confused the entire time. So keep the props simple, keep the cueing simple, keep the exercises simple. The last concept that we'll go over in depth in this training is have fun. If you're not having a good time, the people that you're teaching are not going to be having a good time. So you have fun with it. I do all of my workouts with my people. If you're teaching several a day, that's going to be challenging for you to be able to do. But I get right up there at the front of the room and I'm right there with you. I'm shaking with you. I'm sweating with you. I'm having a blast with you. The music is fun. The vibe is good. Have fun. If people are having a good time and you're encouraging them to do maybe a little bit more than is in their comfort zone, maybe a little bit more than they would ordinarily be capable of, it empowers people to come back. It empowers people to explore, and then they start to discover the magic of fitness, the magic of Pilates, the magic of group fitness that you're bringing to the table as a result of following all of these concepts. So that's the last one. Have fun, have fun, have fun. See you on the